Strand Unravel is an incredibly underrated status effect, and by the end of this video you will know exactly why. Unravel is one of the 3 strand status effects, alongside Suspend and Sever, and also, much like Sever, receives nowhere near as much attention as Suspend does. Even though Suspend is a lot easier to build into, I'm here to argue why you will want to start abusing Unravel, especially next season. The first thing to know is that Unravel, much like Volt Shot, is a lingering effect. However, it differs from Volt Shot in that it can be infinitely refreshed, effectively for free. You see, the way Unravel works is every few seconds of damage you deal to a target, the target will spawn 3 unraveling Seekers which will hit the target again, much like the Siva nanites created by Outbreak Prime. These Seekers are the true carriers of the debuff, because once they impact the target again, they reapply it. This allows the debuff to chain itself infinitely, provided you are actively damaging the target. This is great, because what this means is, when it comes to a raid boss for example, you find a way to apply Unravel to it, and the boss will remain unraveled for the rest of the DPS phase. It's free damage. But how much? Well, the first thing to note is that the damage is substantially weaker than something like Volt Shot. As you can see here, Volt Shot hits for 18,489 per tick, and each Unravel Seeker hits for 2,452 for a total of 7,356 per Unravel proc. Now, since both of these effects proc once every second, the DPS of each effect is the same as the damage per tick, so 18,489 for Volt Shot and 7,356 for Unravel. Obviously Volt Shot is higher, but let's compare to something different. In this next clip, we're using Osteo Trigger, which deals 144,664 damage in 10 seconds, leaving the DPS at 14,466. This puts Unravel at about half that of Osteo Trigger, so not bad, but not great. The thing is, Volt Shot is receiving a heavy nerf next season, so it won't be as effective as it is now. So you might be thinking, Unravel is only half as good as other damage over time effects. Why does this matter at all? Well, at its most basic, it is just free damage, which is nice. However, next season we are being gifted with some rather interesting looking artifact mods which draw heavily from Unravel interactions, the first being Improved Unraveling, which, as it states, improves the damage of the Unravel effect. The second is a returning favourite, Thunderous Retort, which improves the damage of your Arc Supers while amplified by 30%. The third, and potentially most important, is Conductive Cosmic Needle, which will improve the damage of Arc and Void abilities on targets affected by strand debuffs like Sever and Unravel. What this means is Arc Supers next season have the potential to pull massive damage. Just by quick calculation, Gathering Storm deals 533,000 damage to the Grasp Ogre with 4 times Feast of Light, which is bumped to 693,000 with Thunderous Retort, and even if we assume that Cosmic Needle is a mere 15% increase, add in a 30% debuff, this puts the super's damage at 1.04 million. For this reason, Unravel will become far more important next season than it ever has, and there could not be an easier way to apply it than this. Look no further than Final Warning. Not only is this weapon one of the highest damage dealing primaries in the game, but it also gives you a way of applying Unravel that is incredibly easy and subclass independent. If you release a fully charged burst onto a marked target, that's it, they're unraveled, for almost no effort at all. Combined with the mods coming next season, you now have an incredibly powerful damage stacking setup for your Arc Supers and decent damage over time that never falls off, all because you held the trigger of a sidearm for 2 seconds.